What is the dollar blue? In a nutshell, the dollar blue is a black market parallel exchange rate in Argentina where the value of the US dollar in pesos is worth more than the official bank rate, currently about 30% more. This is a headache for government finances, but a lifeline for Argentines with dollars. And for tourists on any kind of budget, it makes Argentina a great place to visit. The existence of the dollar blue exchange rate means that anyone in Argentina holding or even earning dollars is protected somewhat against the ravages of high inflation. For foreign tourists, the dollar blue makes everything really cheap. Even a budget tourist can eat in the best restaurants, stay in nice hotels, and generally enjoy a very good standard of living. Despite being an unofficial exchange rate, the value of the dollar blue is published daily, and some transactions can be done using the dollar blue. Some places like hotels, restaurants, or even some shops accept payment in cash dollars at the current blue rate, and paying with foreign registered credit cards is also calculated using the dollar blue. But it's not possible to simply use dollars all the time. Most day-to-day living is done in pesos, so visitors wanting to go to the supermarket or pharmacy or wherever need to have some actual cash in pesos. Changing cash dollars for cash pesos can be done in a few ways. Local people, friends, family, even hotel staff will probably be willing to buy dollars at the blue rate. There are also unofficial money changers known as caves, which will do the transactions, although the safety of such places can vary. In the city centre, it's common to hear street traders shouting "cambio, cambio, change, change." These people take someone to one of their caves to buy their dollars, or maybe simply rob them, who knows. By far the best, most efficient and safest way, and my preferred way, is to send oneself money via Western Union. Whichever way you choose, all I'd say is bring a bag. This is a 2,000 peso bill. It's currently the largest denomination bill in general circulation, and it's worth about $1.5 US. If you change a few $100s, you're going to get a lot of these. But why does the dollar blue exist? Well, it goes like this. No one in Argentina trusts banks. In early January 2002, the Argentine government defaulted on its international debt repayments. This caused a banking crisis and led to most of the population losing their savings overnight due to a massive devaluation of the peso. Since then, due to the instability and ever-declining value of the peso, nobody's used banks to save money. It's impossible. If a person wants to accumulate savings, the only way to do so is to buy dollars and use the so-called bank of the mattress. Keep the dollars in a box under the bed. There are estimated to be more dollars under mattresses across Argentina than in the central bank. In fact, Argentina is reckoned to have the highest amount of cash dollars in the hands of individual citizens of any country in the world. As you can imagine, the government aren't very happy with this situation. They'd rather all that lovely cash was in the central bank, ready to pay off the interest on international loans. The government would prefer it if people didn't keep buying dollars, but they can't really stop them completely. So previous administrations introduced a series of currency controls known as the cepo. This limits how many dollars per month people can buy to just $200. But 200 isn't enough. Whenever they can afford it, people want more. This has led to a black market in dollars known as the dollar blue. Basically, people will buy and sell dollars at a higher rate than the official bank rate because demand is high. This parallel exchange rate has become so semi-official that it's published daily in the newspapers, and everyone has today's value in their heads. It's the real way to measure the economy. The value of the dollar blue is completely outside of government and central bank control and can fluctuate wildly. In many ways, it could be held up as a shining example of libertarian free market economics. Milei and Finance Minister Luis Caputo find themselves caught in a dilemma. They've promised to remove the CEPO currency controls, which would remove the need for the dollar blue and unify exchange rates, but this will inevitably lead to a wave of people buying dollars and reduce the central bank reserves, making it harder to pay off international loans, and Milei's dream goal of dollarization will slip further and further away. The people are growing more and more impatient for the promised removal of the CEPO, but Caputo and Milei keep finding excuses to say, not just yet. It's said that the most studied courses at Buenos Aires universities are finance, accounting and economics. To anyone who's been here a while, that makes absolute sense. Navigating the money situation here in Argentina has led me to sharpen my mathematics skills that I hadn't used since high school. A good head for numbers, some dollars to spare, and an eye on the shop offers can translate into some really good bargains. Last year, in the run-up to the election, and just before an easily predictable currency devaluation, I bought a big screen TV in 12 fixed peso payments. Buying stuff on credit means the payments just get easier, so there are some advantages to inflation. Milei and Caputo are doing their best to tame inflation, and to give credit where credit's due, they're having a certain amount of success, but it's still running at over 260%, so for most people their achievements are simply numbers on spreadsheets. The prices in the supermarket go up week by week, and the cost of living continues to run ahead of wages and incomes. Last week, pensioners rioted after Milei vetoed a proposed increase to the state pension. Anti-inflation policies play well before global investors, but push more and more Argentines into poverty. We're told the recovery is just around the corner, but that corner keeps slipping further and further away. Thanks for watching. I hope you found the video interesting. If you did, please give it a like. And if you want to see more content like this, there's a couple of videos on the screen now. If you're not already subscribed, you might want to do that too. If you want to support the channel, you can buy me a coffee in the link below. And until next time, que tengas un buen día.